Hey, g'day, hi and welcome. Should I or shouldn't I? I'll do it. Clean windshield. Let's go. Did it make a difference? I'm okay over there, but I'm over here. Clean-ish. I think that scraped it good enough. Good enough then. Yeah, it's hard to keep the windshield clean this time of year, that's for sure. It's like, why waste the windshield washer fluid? It's only if you can't see, you know. Like everybody's like, there's some people like every car that passes them, they turn it on. It's like, I've always had a windshield washer fluid. Well, of course, you know. A little bit dirty, a little bit smudged, it's okay. Never hurt anybody. Big crunchy puddle here. Crunch. Yeah, I made a good call not going down that hill. It looked fine, but boy, it was soft on the feet, so I can imagine I would have left big ruts if I would have went down the hill. Well, better not go too fast here because I'll bounce my freaking eyeballs out of my head going down to this road. It's not that bad this year, like it's not quite as divoty. One thing I gotta do is like my client has like a little side-by-side, and I want to see if I could find a drag for the road, and then I could drag it on a regular basis. I mean, the drag will only get you so far, but if you drag the road once in a while, at least it levels it out, so you never get the real big divots, you know. Yeah. Like there, like there. There and there. Pretty much the whole road. Yeah. I wonder what car that is. It's like an old Mercedes or something in there. I can imagine it'd be pretty rotted by now. But you never know. Maybe it's hard to say, you know, if it's been covered all these years. I don't ever remember him driving one of those. I don't remember him driving that. That if there's a perfectly good Mercedes there for cheap, you never know. A man could buy something like that. You know, imagine a car with functioning doors. Wow. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, did I tell you guys I found a part of my car? the fender skirt there, I found it. Or the mud flap. Yeah. Don't know if I'm gonna reattach it or not. I cut a piece of the car off yesterday. I had something dragging on the driver's side. It was like it was a piece of the quarter panel, but it was like almost like some sort of a mesh or something. So I guess it had been repaired before and it just fell off. Probably bounced off from all these hard potholes and stuff like that. So I cut it off anyway, so I was like, oh, okay, better take that off. In 2 years time, like this car is just going to be a steering wheel and tires and an engine. Like when these things rust, they rust pretty fast. So, but if that pressure washer of mine works, I'm pressure washing every inch of this car. Hopefully I don't blow too many holes in it. And I'm going to do my dad's truck. Tell my brother, bring your van up, pressure wash everything, get out the oil gun, and I'm going to oil everything. Start in the spring, do it again in the fall. You pay so bloody much for vehicles. Like, okay, I paid $400 for this, but you know, like when you got a good vehicle, like you really want to. It's the body that normally goes. You know what I mean? Like that's usually the dilemma I have is, you know, there's so much rust that if I put too much money into it, and the vehicle gets, like I get a roadside safety, they'll you know, it'll never pass a safety, right? So do you really want to put thousands of dollars, even if the vehicle runs amazingly, you're still, it's a gamble, you know what I mean? Like Thunder, for example, the body on him and the rockers and everything are pretty good on him, so he's worth putting money into, you know what I mean? Because, you know, the body's good. My uncle's truck, the body work was done. I gotta do something about that truck. generation doesn't want to drive because they've been brainwashed not to drive, you know, whatever. But yeah, the average person owns like something like 5 or 8 vehicles max. Okay, let's see what I'm at. I'm probably already there in a, you know, like in a very short amount of time. You know, like in 10 years, I've probably bought, well, there's 4 trucks. 1 didn't go on the road. 3 cars, so I'm at 7. 8. Yeah, I'm already at 8. yeah, so I had the, although the Cavalier never got, I never put it on the road for me, but my mom drove it, my mom and dad drove it for a little bit, spare vehicle. I mainly bought it for my mom, you know, to have something. And then I thought, well, when I get my license, I'll, you know, I'll use that as the learning vehicle, right? Kind of blinding coming around the corner here. Somebody should clean this windshield. And then after my mom passed away, I got the road rage van, which that van, I mean, that van was awesome. It just rusted out, you know. And after that, what was after that? After that was Unico. I had him for like 4 years. He holds the record of my longest running vehicle. Seriously, out of all the vehicles I've ever owned, motorcycles, cars, everything, that's the vehicle that's had the longest success. Oh, you. Oh, open up tires. What he's going to be doing there. A little 242 there. Little Caterpillar 242. He's going to let me drive that thing. He's got projects. He goes, oh yeah, I'll let you. You're going to be driving it this summer for sure. Don't know if they can see me through my dirty windshield, but wave at him anyway. Yeah, and then after Unico, it was Freddie the truck, which I tried to start him last week, and 2 big sparks came off the battery and it smoked. Because I guess it's the water pump or whatever's up on the top of the engine there, either the alternator or the water pump. The pulley seized, so when you go to, it just like you load up the battery, but it doesn't crank the engine, right? Yeah, I got that truck for $500. Was it 500 or 800? No, it's 500. Yeah, my uncle was selling it for 800, but it goes for you 500. He just wanted to get rid of it, right? Then after that was Brutus, my beloved Brutus, for 1500. Then after that was yeah, because I still had did I still have Unico on the road at that time when I had Brutus? I know I did when I had Freddie, because I parked Freddie for the winter before, the F-150, parked him for the winter, yeah, and I drove the CRV during the winter, yeah, and then it died that, yeah, and then I got Brutus, and then after Brutus I got Thunder, right? Well, I also got Buck, but